All right, with this video, let me introduce you to how to get YouTube live streaming up and running so that we can get some live streams going on. So first, you remember that we had to go to youtube.com/features in order to enable live streaming. And when you click the button here, enable, similar as this one, monetization, when you click enable on live streaming, it will ask you to verify your account with a phone number. And once you verify your account with a phone number, then you will be set in about 24 hours. So I did all of that about 24 hours ago. And now when I refresh the youtube.com features page, it shows that I am enabled for live streaming. So what we can do now is we can click the button here to return to YouTube Studio. And when you return to your YouTube Studio, everything looks pretty much normal. And now you have a Go Live button over here in the corner. You also have in Create a Go Live. And then when you come over here to your videos in the left panel, you will have all of your uploads here on the left, and you also have a live tab right there. So in here, I've created a couple of test streams, and so I'll show you how to run through those really quick. So first thing that we can do is we can go to Create and we can say Go Live. And then it will load the live stream studio area. So the first time that you load this, it's going to ask you for a webcam and your microphone. So you need to make sure that you have your webcam and your microphone hooked up. And if you don't, then please go ahead and hook it up. Otherwise, you will not be able to be doing this part. Over here on the left, you can see that it says webcam right there. So this is the default. When you click Go Live, it's going to do webcam. So you can make sure that you've got your webcam and your microphone hooked up. And then there should be a little pop-up here next to the lock symbol that will say allow YouTube to access your microphone and your web camera, and you can click OK on that. So as soon as that's enabled, you can see that the image in the background here pops up like this, and then we should be able to start setting our options. So the first thing that we can do is we can create a title for this. And then when we set the viewing ability, instead of making it public, because public means that anyone can search for it, you can click unlisted, because what unlisted does is that only people who have the link will be able to access this. And so once you click unlisted and create your event, you can share the link with Cotisol, and then we will post the link so that only the people who actually have the link and are registered through the website will be able to access your live stream. Go ahead and click schedule for later, and then choose the date that you're going to schedule it for. So in this case, it'll be April 25th. And then if you have a set time for your event, please make sure to schedule it 5 minutes or even 10 minutes before your event starts, just to make sure that you can start streaming and get everything ready before the event actually happens. If you want, you can play some background music, or you can show some kind of an image in the background or something like that. Down here in audience, you can say, no, it's not made for kids. And you don't need to worry about this age restriction. That's 18 or older. So there's also this more options thing where down here you can add a title or a description. So here, why don't you go ahead and copy paste your abstract for your description. And in here, let's make sure the category is set to education. Then if you have multiple or different web cameras or microphones hooked up, go ahead and choose those. So right now you can see that my webcam is going to be recording my audio, but also by default, the webcam will be recording the audio. So the video and the audio are right now going to be recorded by the same device, but I do have a better microphone hooked up. So I would prefer to choose this better microphone to record the volume a little bit better. Down here in advanced settings, it will let you allow chat. So you can turn on chat or you can turn it off, depending on your preference. And then let's click next. And then smile for a thumbnail, like that. And then if you like your thumbnail, go ahead and continue with done. Or if you don't like your thumbnail, mouse over the thumbnail and you can retake your thumbnail. A little bit like that. And then if you're satisfied with that, then we can go ahead and click done on that. And then in our manage, it will take us back to the manage settings in YouTube live streaming, and you can see that it's now added the new video with the new description and everything right here. If we click the 3 buttons right there, you can get a shareable link, and then you can send that to Coteasel. So that is the first way, and that is using the webcam. If you're only going to be using the webcam, then this is how you can set it up for using the webcam. However, if you have recorded a video and you want to play the video separately but stream it as if it's live, then what we need to do is we need to set up a stream. So you can click up here at the top under stream, and over here we can create a title. It'll be very similar setup as the webcam, but this one is going to be a stream and not a webcam. So we can do unlisted. Go ahead, copy paste your abstract in there. Make sure it's set to education as your category. Let's schedule it for later also. April 25th. Make sure to go at least a few minutes before your scheduled time. Here you can see that you are able to upload a custom thumbnail. So if I go to my desktop, for example, I can choose a custom thumbnail. And this is just a screenshot I took from the website. So you can upload a custom thumbnail, make sure that it's set to no, it's not made for kids, and then let us create the stream. So once you create a stream, you can see that this pop-up comes up. This is the stream setup help. And so what we need to do now is we need to download and set up your streaming software. And in this case, I want you to encourage you to use OBS Studio, which is relatively easy to set up. So I will give you an introduction to that in just a moment. And then right here we have a secret stream key. So this stream key is the thing that we need to copy paste into our streaming software in order to let the streaming software connect with YouTube. So we can click copy, and you can see it's successfully copied to clipboard, and then we will open up OBS Studio and paste it into the appropriate location in there. I'll show you that in just a moment. And then we can start sending the video stream from the streaming software, OBS Studio. Start sending the video first, and when you're done, we can go live on YouTube. So there's a little bit more setup involved with OBS Studio, but I will introduce you to that in just a moment. Let me really quick go over some of the features in this streaming dashboard. So click done, and let's take a look at this. So here you can see some of your stats right here. You can see some of the information that we entered. You can click edit to edit any parts of your stream that you created already. Over here on the right, you can see there's a live chat, and down here is where you would type your things or have some emoji, things like that. If you want, okay, let's take a look at the stream settings right here. So stream settings, we have an auto-generated key, and this secret key is what we need to copy into OBS Studio. This is our stream URL. We might need to enter that into OBS Studio as well, and this is a backup URL just in case. Down here we have stream latency, and if you mouse over these, you can see that normal latency is best for the highest quality viewer playbacks and higher resolutions, and so we want to keep it probably at that for a presentation. But that means there will be more delay because it's doing more kind of encoding, and it's encoding at a higher quality. So there will be more delay between what you're doing on your computer and what is actually showing up on the live stream. It could be a few seconds delay. Low latency would allow you to have near real-time interaction with minimal playback buffering. That means it will reduce the lag in what you're doing and what's appearing on the screen. And then this one here, ultra low latency, is going to be the best for real-time interaction, which means it's going to be very similar to a Zoom chat. Over here on the right, you can enable DVR, which is already enabled. 360 video, but you need to have a special camera for that. You can add additional delay. For example, if you think that there's going to be, something that you might want to add, like closed captions or anything like that, you can add an additional delay. And then down here, you can turn on closed captions if you want, but that means that somebody needs to be typing the closed captions. So that's it for stream settings. Let's take a look at analytics. Analytics in here, you would be able to see basically who's watching your stream when. And right here in Stream Health, you'll be able to see if you have a good connection to the internet and things like that. Okay, so in the next step, let's take a look at OBS Studio and how to set that up and hook that up. So OBS Studio is here at obsproject.com. You can go ahead and download what you have for your system and install it. And then I will show you in the next step how to get that hooked up.